Welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve.
Okay.
So now that we've recorded the Patreon material.
Yeah. Wow. We covered a lot of ground.
We did cover a lot of ground. So those of you that would like to hear what we've been actually discussing for the last few minutes, you'll need to subscribe to our non-existent Patreon.
Yeah. Send a message with your brain to the universal network, and it might respond with some content.
The multiverse.
Yeah, with some vain metaphoric allegory in the form of a dream that may allude to what we discussed. And you can also send us $20.
Yeah, to Joel-Egger at Venmo.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Trying to Be Better. I said petter. Trying to be petter?
Petter?
Petty?
Petter
ass?
Oh, no.
No.
8-year-olds, dude.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm Joel.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Mother's Day special.
Yeah, it's our Mother's Day special.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to our moms, to my mom, to the moms everywhere.
Yeah.
Of all shapes and stripes and situations.
Yep, to Mother Earth, to all the mothers in your life that weren't necessarily your direct mother, but
your bio mom.
Yeah, your that mothered you.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I talked to my mom this morning. She's on her way to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Is she going to take the left turn?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on a little adventure. She went down to Texas and she's on her way to Albuquerque. She's going to chill there, and then she's going to go to the Grand Canyon.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
anything to not have to spend the day with her sons.
Dude, I get it, Mom. I'm sober. I'm stable. You can feel safe and free to leave the state and get away.
Right. Absolutely. My mom is here. I talked to her briefly on my way home from doing something else, and we're going to Green Gateau.
Brunch. You got to get a couple beignets, man.
I'm looking forward to all that.
Yeah, just get.
I also understand I need to get a waffle.
Yeah, you get a waffle and get a beignet, and ask them to give you a Tony Montana size plate of powdered sugar, so that you can just bury your. Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
did not see that coming. Now I have. I'm having to grapple with all of my Scarface
dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I called my sister.
Do a tiger, man.
I called my sister too. I was thinking about her this morning because, my sister's like 10 years, 11 years older than I am. So
she's my age.
Yeah. She's always, she's my sister, right? But she also has occupied a motherly space in my life. And that was, I think about her every Mother's Day too. She's also a mother and a grandmother, but her, just think about all the motherly energy in your life and send some love to them right now. Yeah. Birth mothers, Mother Earth, all the mothers.
Our mutual friend Donna W.
Yeah, dude, Donna. Donna's like
Shout out to Donna.
Donna's like the matriarch of recovery in Lincoln, I think.
Right, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like she's our matriarch of our thing.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Donna.
Yeah.
So, did you saw the Aurora Borealis situation?
Yeah. So Friday night, leaving the secret meeting, and our buddy Laird, he'd be fun to talk to on this if he ever would do it.
Right.
He calls me. He's like, "Hey, dude, fucking Aurora Borealis is blowing up. Don't miss it." He's like, "This is a once in a lifetime deal." So Kirsten and I packed Maven in the car at like 10:30 and drove. She found a photo of somebody got a good photo out of Branched Oak. So I'm like, okay, we'll just go to Branched Oak. And we did. The first place we stopped at, there was a lot of cars and it was just kind of annoying. And we went to a different, like area 3, like this different campground. Nobody was around. And it was wild, dude. Like, I mean, I'm colorblind, so I couldn't really tell what color was happening, but I could definitely see the striations. And the cool thing was, like, you put your phone up to the sky, which I know is kind of annoying, but you could see it if you took a night photo of it.
Night photo, yeah. That was, I woke up Saturday morning and all of social media was literally just pictures of the aurora borealis.
Yeah.
And people saying that I could kind of see it, but my phone saw it really good.
Yeah.
And then our friend LaDonna posted 3 just pictures of blackness and said, I'm so glad I went out for this.
Yeah, it was cool. We went out last night again because Laird sent me something that it was going to be popping off again.
More.
It was less intense, but maybe it was just where we went. I don't know. But it was.
Yeah, I decided to let the social medias show me what that looked like. Largely because I didn't even know it was a thing Friday night. I woke up Saturday. I was like, well, I guess that was a thing. And last night I was like, nah, I'm going to do other things.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you should just let social media give you your information, Steve.
Right. That's what I do. It's never lied to me yet.
As long as I believe it, it's not a lie, right?
Exactly. Yupper.
I'm on a social media fast.
Oh, good for you.
I will log into Instagram.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that.
I will do that. That is those are my.
Don't get sucked in, man.
Careful. Oh, I will.
Don't step back away from the ledge.
I totally will. Yeah. I'm kind of, I've talked about it a lot on this podcast, but it's very easy for me to get pulled into that and really.
Yeah. Well, it's easy for everybody. It's designed that way.
Yeah, scrambles my brain, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want my brain scrambled. I might actually.
Come on.
I might get back on. I don't know. We're going to Greece in a week, and so.
Oh yeah, you might need to post some pictures.
I want to share some. People.
But what you do is you just take pictures, and then at the end of the day, when you're sitting in the hotel room, just like chilling, then you spend 10 minutes posting some pictures.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. I could actually create a little shared album with my dad, my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister, people that I really want to share it with. I could put it out there, and I don't have to get on social. I mean, I could do a big social media dump when I get back, but
that you could do that too. Yeah. I went to Greece while you guys were doing whatever.
Yeah, while you poor sots were mowing your yard.
Right.
I was in Greece, sipping sparkling water on a cobbled street
over a ocean view.
Yeah.
Sea view.
Yes.
Sea?
Mediterranean Sea?
Sure.
I mean, it's all the ocean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why do we call that different? Why do we even have?
I don't know.
It's all the ocean.
I don't think that's actually true, but I don't know why. Well, what am I? Oceanographer? I don't know. I'm sure it's called a sea for a reason.
I think it's called a sea just so that they can have local names for stuff. You know what I mean?
And then that's based on.
Well, it's all water. It's all connected.
It's all salt water.
It's all salt
and
water.
It is kind of all connected. Yeah.
You can get from one ocean to the other.
Yes.
It takes a little bit.
Sometimes
you have to go around, the south of Africa or whatever.
Yeah,
or South America.
Unless you happen to have a canal handy.
Well, sometimes those get taken over by countries and they won't let people
ships
through.
Get stuck.
Ships get stuck.
Yep.
Well, that was our science lesson for today. Everybody, you're welcome.
You're welcome. That
was Geography with Joel and Steve. That's the new name.
I don't know. It's all water.
It's all water, right? It's all connected.
What's the problem?
Why is there? It's all the ocean. Everything's the ocean. All right. Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you. Except for the parts that aren't.
Well, one could argue Wasn't they all underwater at some point?
Oh, I don't know.
We come from the ocean. The ocean is our mother, really, if you really want to go there.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I believe
Was it within the last 6,000 years?
No, it was not.
Oh, God. Have we talked about Guest of the Year?
No. I didn't know to bring it up last time because I know there's like a time. There's a time.
Yeah. Well, I got to compete. Warp. I got to compete in Guest of the Year again, and I'm very excited about all of that.
When is that gonna air?
Not for a while. Mike has our friend and past guest Mike McClure has he's got plans.
So he's got bigger plans than you?
Well, he's waiting. He's like trying to put together he's had some pretty amazing guest curators this season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he's working on something really special for like the end of the season.
Can you tell us anything?
No, I can't.
Did you sign an NDA?
I did not sign an NDA, but the plans have not been revealed to me. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's smart. He probably knows you enough by now and knows that you have a media platform.
That's right. We're king of all media. I think that's already taken by somebody, but
Larry King.
Right, yeah. I think Mike just, he's working on stuff. So anyway, that's exciting. I really enjoy that situation.
I love that show. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way that he has it's I know we talked to him about this, but it's probably complicated production, but when you listen to it, it's easy, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's not loused up with
it's a simple premise, and it's not like, welcome to Guess the Year.
Your Grateful Dead quiz show.
Exactly. Yeah, I like it that it's very almost bordering on like NPR like.
Right. Your host, Mike the Rocket McClure, is and his side guest, Tudor.
Right. The crazy doctor.
Yeah.
Mike and the crazy doctor present Guess the Year.
Mike and Grumble try to stump Steve.
Well, that is kind of the thing, actually.
Well, you're really good at it.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive, though, that your like obsession and savantism found that there's a show to showcase.
There's a show. I feel like the universe, like that's just one of those things that the universe, like, just kind of. Here, Steve.
Yeah, there's a karmic curriculum that you have manifested in this particular iteration that has given you that.
Yeah, it's
so
amazing.
Everything else,
and the fact that I've gotten to hang out with Mike a little bit, and that he's just genuinely one of the best people, it just makes it even better. You know?
Yeah.
Because if it was that kind of like Grateful Dead Productions presents Guess the Year, we're 4 Deadhead. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, even if it was sanctioned by the Dead.
Yeah, that'd make it even worse. You know what I'm saying? If like Grateful Dead Productions brought to you by Rhino Records, who now owns everything.
Yeah. A subsidiary of Viacom, owned by Boeing and
today's Dead Whistleblower is brought to you by
the U.S. Army.
God.
It was funny though. Our friend Ben, Ben Costello. He's such a fucking beautiful hater, misanthrope.
He's definitely talented in that arena.
He posted. I think he posted this thing that was like it was when oh fuck, what's his name? The producer that just died, Steve Albini.
Oh yeah.
He just died, and which sucks. He's done a lot of cool things, but he he's a punk from back in the day, and he said some shit that juggalos are less annoying than deadheads. And I was like, I read the little bit of it and what he said, and I was like, he's not wrong.
Right. That's funny.
I'm a deadhead and he's not wrong.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, you should find it. It's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ben posted
juggalos are less annoying than deadheads. I'm fine with that.
I had no argument there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So listen to Guest of the Year, everybody. Go back,
Yeah,
listen
it's
to
great.
Steve's run, listen to all of them. Listen to
Yeah, it's
Jack's
pretty great.
episodes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Jack's been killing it on the Always Ahead radio.
Always Ahead.
Yeah, that's a nice little pun coming from the pun master himself.
He's pretty good at punning.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is kind of a good. What have we
done? To leave me?
Well, not leave you, but
what are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is I think that this podcast has run its course, and
wow,
I feel like I have other artistic endeavors.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
That's not true. I could never leave you.
Well, don't say that. I mean, you're really yanking my crank here, man. Like on one end, I thought we were good, and then you just say that, and then you want me back.
I love you, baby. I can change.
I don't know if I can deal with this.
Oh no. Are you calling my bluff?
This is how two codependent best friends break up. They don't. They don't.
Wait, what are you saying? You're only with me because of your codependency?
I mean, it helps, right? Dude,
probably.
I was talking to Kirsten yesterday about, because she was talking about she was talking about somebody his friend like made a new friend. I'm like, how are you making new friends? Like, I'm not making new friends. And she's like, that's actually a thing. Like, men have a really hard time, like in later years, like making connections with other dudes. And it's like, that's really true. Like, sorry, Steve, you've got.
Well, why would you need to do that?
Yeah, because the abuse baggage is so thick. Like, I don't want to start that with someone else.
Have to start all over again. Can you imagine?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because you have to, like, it takes like a year at least of like actual polite sort of respectful, conversation.
Yes.
And then you test the waters with a little bomb.
Right.
Just a little like a lady finger.
Right. Like so.
And you see how the response is.
Right. The shitty comment.
Right.
Yeah. The blue joke.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
it takes decades to devolve into what we have.
Nobody wants to come swim in the muck with the two of us.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that because we there was this old friend of hers that she still maintains a friendship with, and she's pregnant now, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And then her husband and I actually tried to be pals. We went and played pickleball together once. You know, like we were gonna do this, and then it just petered out because it's like,
right?
How do you even do this?
Right.
And I come crawling back to you.
You lucky devil.
Ugh.
I know, it's horrible.
I guess we'll stay together.
I guess
for our listeners, it's for the listeners.
100%. You're welcome.
We're staying together for the listeners. We'd break up, but what do we do with our listeners? Like I don't want them to have a complex.
God, if we miss a week, they like whine so much.
No, they show up at our house, sit in our driveway, smoke cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes. That's right. Kind of.
Where you been?
Like the 1 foot just tapping.
Yeah.
Tap, 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 tap.
I didn't get my mediocre conversation this week. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? Oh,
I love. Have you ever seen the bloopers from Zach Galifianakis' show Between Two Ferns when he's got?
I haven't. I love that though. It's so good.
There's a blooper with him and Dave Letterman, and he goes. There's this blooper. He said, Zach Galifianakis goes, "Well, welcome back to another episode of Who Gives a Shit." And Dave just busts up like he can't handle it.
Oh, that's for our younger listeners out there. Follow The Late Show with David Letterman, or just David Letterman on YouTube, and go back and watch some of the greatest moments that have ever been televised ever.
Super Dave.
Well, that's a whole different Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah,
different thing.
Didn't he do that on the?
No. That wasn't Dave Letterman.
I thought
that was an actor whose name is escaping. That was the actor that played on Arrested Development, the proxy for for George Bluth Senior Bluth. Remember the guy with the cameras mounted? That was that guy that was Super Dave Osborne.
I thought he was on the Late Show.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like a dill hole.
You should, because you're wrong. But no. Dave Letterman's interviews and kind of some of the, like, he has had over 30 years everybody on his show.
Yeah.
And sometimes it got quite contentious, and sometimes the most unexpected hilarities, the kinds of things just jaw-dropping, like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's CBS or who is going through, it might be Letterman himself, Worldwide Pants, is throwing these things up on YouTube. There's more every week. And it's just, I mean, I was raised on Dave Letterman, and, for people that, are younger than whatever, 30 years old, they may not have the frame of reference for him, but go back and watch some of the old Letterman clips, because they're unbelievably fantastic. That guy had a run that, I mean, Johnny Carson was up there too, but man, Letterman.
We had 3 TV stations in Ord when I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and in high school it was like mandatory viewing every night, watching the Letterman show. And I think I was like you talked about, like, jaw-dropping moments. I was watching the episode where Drew Barrymore flashed him, and I was watching that. I was like,
live. I saw that too. Like, that was the best birthday present Dave ever got.
He seems so uncomfortable with that, though, because he's like,
he was.
What is happening?
Yep, he couldn't believe it, which is why Drew did it and why it was perfect. Yeah, because she flummoxed him, which didn't happen very often.
No, he's a ninja when it comes to the unexpected.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, when Drew Barrymore flashed Dave Letterman live.
When he talked about Leno and the whole debacle with Leno and Conan O'Brien, and he was just like, he just like a shit-eating grin on his face, like, this is the Jay Leno I've always known. And it was just so good that he was diplomatic, but he was just, you could tell. It was great.
One of my other favorite things, and I wish to God I could remember what the controversy was, but Howard Stern was on Letterman, and Howard said, I mean, we know Howard Stern. He says things, right?
Yeah. I can't.
But he crossed a line, and I wish to God I could remember what it was.
Was that when he showed up as Fart Man and with his assless chaps and shit?
No. Okay. This was that is like just Howard Stern, but like he crossed a line that Letterman was not okay with.
Mm-hmm.
And Letterman called him out right there in front of God and everybody. He's like, Howard, that, like, the show, he was just like, no,
we're not
I can't, today. I cannot allow that to stand. You need to correct that, like, now.
Wow.
And Howard did. Like, he was like, yeah, okay, Howard had enough sensibility to retract, and then they moved on. It was fine. But like Letterman, like, stopped the train. He pulled the emergency thing. It was like, no, man.
We're not doing that.
No, like, I understand this is your stock and trade, but
this is my show. Not on my show.
That's literally like, have some decorum.
Yeah,
you know. And I've always and like and Howard was on the show many times after that.
Yeah, he did.
Like, it didn't destroy their friendship or anything, but I had a lot of respect for that.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
watch some Dave Letterman.
Watch some Dave Letterman if you got a few minutes to kill and want to have a good time. It's great.
Okay, I think it's run its course now.
Okay, great. Well, fine. Cool. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thanks,
You
man.
decide. Are you in charge?
I'm in charge.
Okay. I'm going to leave that there.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
Cool. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Later. Bye.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing. Any youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I was bound. No one could steal me right, but Mama tried. When an only rebel child from a family meek and mild, Mama seemed to know what lay in store. spite of all my Sunday learning, for the bad I kept on turning, till mama couldn't hold me anymore. When I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. Oh, it's still right, but mama tried to raise me better, but her bleeding 99. Well, there's no one but me to blame, 'cause mama tried. Dear old daddy, rest his soul, let my mama heavy load. She tries so very hard to push you, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. When I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but mama tried to raise me better, but her bleed inside tonight. That leaves no one but me to blame, because mama tried. Turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but mama tried to raise me better, but her bleed inside tonight. That leaves no one but me to blame, 'cause mama tried. That leaves no one but me to blame, 'cause mama tried.
Don't forget, toot your hooter.